let me show you something real cool. Okay, right here you can see we have it the meta blob rocks we did in a view, and we have it plants on top. You kind of see the plants hugging our rocks. They actually look very cool, but what's happening if I change my rock? So right here we have it my meta blob. What's happening if I rotate this rock like this, and then I take my weed, whatever it was growing there, and I'll just bring a little bit closer and maybe move a little bit up front like this. Watch what's happening. You see, it's generating, and look, it's changed. It's actually recognized, hey, this is place where I'm supposed to grow, and overgrowing, it took the shape of the object dynamically real life. And here's even more. This is a full functional plants. It's meaning we can age them, we can season them, and they will affected by the wind. So full animations, full integration, and they are living. So if your object is changing during this, the plants will adapt. Well, let me show you how you can do that. Well, for creating our special plant that interact and grow over, we need to actually create first our plant. And for this, I'm going in the plant factory. By the way, all of the software that I'm using, it is absolutely free, completely free, forever. I'll put a link down below. Be sure you download it because it's one of the most powerful software on the market. And I still cannot believe it. It's free now. So be sure you download for free and go use this one. Okay, right here we have our plant factory. Then we need to add some additional nodes. And one, because I want you can create your own plant, okay? But for me, I want to create those thorns, kind of twigs going all over places. So we'll go create a Hydra first. And Hydra, it's not kind of visible node, but it's allowed us to attach some visible nodes in like circular pattern. So we'll go add a root, which is base, our anchor point to the Hydra, and you can see nothing there because we're not yet connected. We need add advance. And as we add it, you can see right here we have it the advanced segment. Well, let's modify a couple things. And I like to modify as I'm working along, so it's kind of easier way to do this. Of course, we're going to go back and forward, retweaking, but general just adjustment. So right here we have a 12. Let's add, and first number, it's how many. So for example, if I put it 4, you can see it's only 4 of them. Yes, but I think 12 kind of cool start point. And the next number, it's a randomization. So randomization, if I put it 4, it can be anytime instance, because inside the plant factory, it is like procedural plants. They're generating, every plant is different if you put special those parameters. To more randomization parameters you put in every area, the random species will become random plant, well, random variation on this plant, but it's same species. Okay, so if I put it 4, you can see right here we'll go on the random and see how they'll change. And it's changed because it will be anywhere from 8 up to 16. So it's what we set here. Okay, let's go next. We'll change a little bit angle because I want them actually going up for this. And angle 1, we'll just put it 90 degrees, and you can see it's go up, straight up. But I don't want them all be kind of like this. And then we'll add a 45. So it can be anywhere from 45 to this. If you think this is still a bit too straight, you want a little bit more flat, we can always go and put maybe 60. Let's go put 60. Then we spread a little bit more, and you can play more and more around this. If you think you want to put it on the top and kind of more spread around, you always can reduce this to about 45, and then you have it from 0 to 45, kind of like almost open. Well, the circle is going on the middle open. I'm going to take radius, and I just set radius to 0. A bunch of them together right there from single points they're going. Okay, I think it's kind of done for this Hydra. And the next what I want to do, it's work a little bit on those segments. And right now we have it one single segment stick out. It's a 10 meters. By the way, I'm working, if we go file options, and we'll look right here on the units, I'm working in meters right now, which is fine. 10 meters is fine, I think, for the preview, kind of fun things to do. I leave it 10 meters, but we could add additional like a 3 meters. And now we have a randomization everywhere from 13 to 7 meters. So it's kind of, changing. Down below inherit radio, you can see the old cylinders, yes, but for the wines to do, we need kind of shrink them. And for this, I'm just going to open, show this, our graph, and just bring a little bit down like that. And you can see it's kind of like pokey things coming, which is precisely what we wanted. So let's go ahead, click OK, and you can change the shapes. You can create very weird, interesting, kind of awkward shapes if you need it. And in some cases, you can also go even like in selections here. And for example, I'll show you like this. We'll add a couple things here. Okay. And we'll just take this middle one, select, and shrink a little bit down. We'll select another one, shrink down. So kind of like, almost create, maybe too much. Yeah, I think it was a little bit too much. And you can do kind of like very funny things. And you can see now it's a little bit changed shape. So you can play around this one. Okay, well, it's just one. I want them more. And we can take this advance and copy and add additional. But I think we have a better way to do this. And we'll do this through the loops. We'll go put a repeater, and now we reconnect hider to our repeater. Repeater go to our advance, and you know what? As we're working with this, let me change this. Let's go name this. What with Twigs? Let's go with Twigs. We name Twigs, and I'm going to change color. It's just visual, so kind of easy to recognize. And by the way, if you change color and you click on preview, later you can see where the node's going. Kind of make it a little bit nicer and easy to work with this. Well, next, let's go to the loop. And the loop, I'll go click next, and we'll connect this next to our child. Well, nothing happened yet, and that is for a reason, because our repeater set only 1. So let's go ahead and set repeater to 4. Repeat 4 times. See what's happening? Pow! The explosion, yes. They're all over places, which is good. And they're repeating exactly the same what we have before. So it's kind of fun going on. Well, let's add randomization to this. I'll add 1 more. So it's meaning some tweaks can be 5, some 3. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go down to 3. A little bit less. More, it's kind of fun. But when we start generating them, it will be overwhelmed. And we don't necessarily want to do that. Okay, so that is look cool. Next, I think the link is kind of wrong. We'll go on the Twigs. We'll look right here, 10 to 3. That is fine. We'll go on this one. We'll go on repeat going. Well, a couple things is boring. And boring, if we go to the next, we'll find here they're all in exactly the same orientation, exactly the same angle. So let's go modify. First, we have it 4. It's meaning from each branch, 4 of additional will grow. Well, let's go to add 1 here, more random again, more randomization better. Then also I want to go and modify like angle from 30. Let's go add 10%. So they can go like a little bit this, and maybe, maybe even 25. So yeah, there's some straight, some more this way, kind of, add this weirdness effect to this. Well, we leave it, trapezium is there. We don't need to worry about this. Our placement, and right now you'll notice they're all placed on same things. Yeah, we need to switch this. So let's go ahead, rotate and rule, and we'll go 55, and almost always I put it additional. And you can also even did like 180 and put it 90 degrees, so it's anywhere they can rotate. And now you can see they all like go different ways. Okay, that is kind of look cool. We'll just leave it all as here. Blending, blend, yeah, let's do blending a little bit. It's a meaning blending. If you look closer, it's right here how they blend a little bit nicer together. Yeah, we want to do, because otherwise they just stick like this. And blending, you can see they have it a little bit smoother. You actually can even play more. You can add like, kind of more blend in, smoother kind of created. Don't go too crazy and berserk on that, because any blending will add additional polygons, additional render, all this stuff. So just be reasonable. Make sure it's look cool and be reasonable. But I think, look at that, it's already look kind of fun. Well, you know what? They're too straight. They're too straight. Let's go to influence. And in influence, in a string, I put it 0.3. Okay, let's put it 0.1, and you can see how they already like kind of funny going. And the frequency may be reduced to 0.5 instead of 1, so it's how often those generators happen. We'll go down. We'll also add a little bit smoothness to this. We'll come back to local base in other ones, and you'll see reason why. But for now, let's just leave it like this. And one more thing, so I want to modify here. If we go in a segment, down below you have it inherit ratio of 50. Actually, I want to pop up to 65%. Look how funny they become. They're like a little bit more twiggy. Or maybe 65, maybe 85. No, let's go with 60. Sorry, 50 was good, but I want them a little bit thicker. Okay. Well, this is kind of pre-done in one case, but I want to add a couple more fine touch. One on every last twig here. Let's go right click, loop, and we'll say on the last one, we'll connect to new child. And it's meaning every last one will go add something to this. And we have a choice what we can add. We can add leaves. We can add some other elements, kind of fun elements. And I think we can add thorns, we can add, so go play around, see which one you want it. Let's say if I add ball right here, it's meaning on every last one, I'll have it a ball. I can make cotton ball, I can make anything, and that could be fun. So we'll go keep it, and we'll put it radius 0.1, teeny tiny, and let's put this 0.1 as well. Yeah, let's put 0.15 because we don't want absolutely 0. And here's another thing. So you see the green one? This mean on a location on a branch of the, not the parent, but it's on self. So if we're reducing, it's mean the more they go to the edge, the smaller they will become to the edge of our branch. So it's what we want to do, just like this. And I think this kind of look cool. Let's go now in the twigs, and we want to modify. We modify for the next, but we did not modify for the last. And last, you can see here is 4. Instead, I want to 8, maybe 3, like this. Wow, look how fun it is. And the same, we want to rotate them. Yes, we'll do the 65 here, and we'll do maybe 65 here. We'll do 85 or 86, whatever your fingers is typing in. 25, so just like rotating them around, kind of making fun. And I think that does look kind of cool already. I think we're very close to be done. No, not really. Okay, so we done this. Influence on segment. Yeah, let's make shrink, bending. Oh, I want quite a bit bend, and this is mean where those balls will apply. It's kind of will start bending. Look, kind of very cool. Let's look right here. I'll show you what I was meaning by this. Okay, right there. If you look, see how it's bending. So if we go like way higher, you can see how those elements where they're going, they start bending. It just look, I think, kind of fun one. And let's go, we'll do the 5, and we'll do randomization 1. Again, always do randomizations. And this is the reason why. You see the plants here? Okay, this is we're building our species. If I go click on this, look, it's all different planes. Yeah. It's like almost unlimited amount we can do with this, because all these numbers and randomization, it's why we should always do that. Okay, influence, we're done. Shrinkage, I think, you know, maybe minus 0.5. Opposite, remember, you not necessarily can shrink. Yeah, you're not positive, you can be negative. So it's meaning where they're connecting, they will be make a little bit farther even. Kind of fun. Okay, and I think this is okay. Smoothness, let's pop up our smoothness a little bit more to this, so we don't want to have crazy things. Cons, everything. I think that is look good. We'll just leave it like this. Okay, well, we have it planned. Yes, now we needed this plant somehow to interact with stuff under this. To do this, we actually needed first let's put an object inside here. The object that we're going to use as a test. And what I'm going to use it, if you saw in here, I already pre-created some very clever name meta blob call. So I created object inside the view, which is kind of weird shapes. And I'm going to just go and export or save this as OBJ file. They make easy to import. So this is just OBJ meta blob, and we're going after back to our here, and we're going to import. So we'll go File, and let's go Import, and we're going to import the mesh. Okay, right here's our OBJ. We just click on this and click Open. Just smooth geometry, I don't care at this point. I just want test, so we'll go ahead and click OK. And here we have our object appear, but it's no interaction yet, because actually now we start programming these fun interactions that you wanted. Well, by default, it is some interaction. If we enable wind, you can see some with wind. They will start kind of going around a little bit, moving. Well, we may need increased a little bit more movements, like in the Twigs. If we're going to influence, we can enable wind and gust, and you can see right here, whee, see how the wind. Okay, so we will do that, interactions. But same speak with interactions, need interact with this rock we put it in. Well, let's do this way. Right here we imported our meta blob, yes, and now we need to tell that plant in interact, and it's going on a global level. So it's meaning right here on the top, if you see, we have the global base. Let's go click down, and we'll select meta blob from what is grow on. We'll select, let's select curl base. That's what I want to do. Well, if you want, you can select different attractions. I think curl will be work fine, and we'll just say 1 and 1. Well, 1 is affecting this curl, but it seems like does not affect anything. Well, maybe mean minus 0.3. So we'll go down. Well, it does not. It just go down, but it does not interact with the rock. And because it's a global interactions, but we also need set for individual node the interaction as well. So it's meaning if we're going inside a twig, right here, we'll go parameters, and we're going to there our influence. Let's go down here, and it says interaction, enable, and we'll want to interact with a ground and object. So we want to interact with this. Then pruning, we don't need prune too much. Remember, it's a 10 meters, so we want at least have it a little bit more. Let's maybe like 15 meters. I don't want prune those things. I want them growing and kind of we go have it fun with this. We could add a little bit, maybe 2 perturbations. Let's go, says a 3 and 1 on the random. Well, look at that, already kind of started interacting, yes. Well, because they're below, they cannot totally interact with this. We want to take our Hydra. We'll go to transformations, and let's bring the Hydra just a little bit up, like this. Kind of funny. You can see how it's going. Whee! Look. Right there. Oh, it's already started interacting. You see how it is? It's already kind of going around, which kind of cool, growing all over places. Well, that is just the beginning. Okay, we're done here. Let's see what else we can do. We also have a local base additional where we can modify. This is beside interactions. This is we also can say, hey, you know what? Going and grow like on a ground right here. We'll have it instead direction. Let's go to cone base. So it will be flat one way, 90 degrees. We'll have it string 0.5. Let's go 0.1, add this, and here maybe 10%, 10 degrees. So it's kind of glowing, you see, a little bit more on the flat areas. Start growing. I mean, it's already look very cool, yes. Well, maybe instead, balls, we can do a twigs. Yeah, let's do this way. Let's go instead balls. I'm going to delete this one, and we'll just go add another here. Instead, those long ones, we'll go to switch them. Yes, segments. Let's go make 0.5. We also have it link decrease, depend if they get closer to the edge. It's like this, and we'll go maybe with 200. Whoa, it will be a little bit fat. Look on those guys. Yeah, we can see them, yeah? Look at them. Now we can see them. Yay. Okay, what I want to do here, we also want to make poke out of them. So we'll do like this. And we want to also Don't worry about trapezium, anything. We don't care about that stuff. We want to do it is with influence. We don't care about this stuff. It's fine. Actually, I think they're almost good. We don't care about the root flares. Yeah, I think that is just for the pokes kind of very nice. Except now we need go into Twigs. We need go into Lust. And right here we want increase blending. Yeah, because, you know, we want these ends kind of blend a little bit nicer. And you can see right here, they look like real thorns, you know, with the blending, because they look very, very cool. Except the angle is 30, and let's go add maybe like 15, yes. So the angles, they can go different ways, but I think that is will look, yeah, look on that. They look awesome. And of course we have it 8.3. I think that is look cool. For this advance, let's go call it thorns, yes, and we'll just change colors. And again, you know, you don't need to change this. I just like to do, because when I look, I can see precisely, you know, what's location, how many of them. Just help me create kind of more fun in this case. Okay. Well, so far we create the plan. We can, of course, going and modify, and here's will come your own creativity at this point, because you can see how this is done. Very simple, yes, but you can add more variations. Like, for example, inside the hydras, if we're going here, you can say, you know what, I like these, but I want them twist also maybe a little bit more. So we can go here and says maybe 15% twist. So it will twist them this way. Next, you, for example, can go and says, hey, you know what, in a Twigs, for example, in a segment itself, link 10 meters is okay, 13. You remember we have it from 3 randomization, so it's given us from 7 to 13 anywhere. You can also says what is minimum link, which is actually very helpful. Like, for example, if you want variations be middle 5, yes, and you want to go 15, but you don't want to drop below, for example, 3, then you can set your minimum as 3. So in this case, it won't be that short. Well, radius inherited, and we set 60. We could create a little bit bigger in the end, but I think that is working. Again, if it does not work that, you can always just go and increase, and you can see. But the problem is right here ends. You see how they stop it? I don't like this, so I'll just usually create this. And then you can go with a cup. And a cup, for example, profile, we can always just go and just take like this, create a little bit softer on the ends. And same, we have it smoothing. Let's add enable. So the ends will just look a little bit nicer right here. Okay. We also can change where they start beginning. You know what? Let me see how many twigs we have here. We have it next, and we have it 4-1. You know what? Maybe let's go put it 6. See, okay. Yeah, 6 is, maybe I like 6. What do you think? It's kind of become more messy. Ooh, look on this. Look how they're going under here. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Well, we're done with this. I'm right now we're going a little bit adjusting, and this is, I can spend literally hours and hours, you know, just to go play around, just adjustment things. But I want to show you generic things, and I let you to go by yourself and just play with a little bit of settings. Just make your own how you like it. And remember, it's free. That software, both Vue, all the way to the Vue, and the Plan Factory, all free. And what you're creating here, you actually can work this inside the Unreal or Unity, which I have other videos coming, that you can make in your video games or in your animations anyway. This is, I still shocked. It's free. Excellent. Okay, so we're done with this stuff. Let's look else what we have. We have it our orientation. We have it our influences right here. And we can always go switch to like local coordinates versus global. So it's just different how it will calculate. You can play with around this. You can opposite repelling or pushing. So I think this kind of work nice here. Angle 90. So this is, again, it's a local affecting. And notice down below we have it apply. We have it right now only free floating. You can apply to all segments. Will change a little bit influences, or you can only object that growing directly on this. So in our case, I actually want to says entire segments. That's all what I want to apply it. And directions -1. If we do 1, you can see it's changed a little bit direction, so you can play around here. X, Y, Z go up and down, so you can play with this. And let me show you what we have with Z. You see how it's going here, and we can go with a Z if we put it -2 as example. See, it's going a little bit different direction. So play around to see which one you like it. One will be more hugging around, and another one's kind of a little bit fluffy, but still going around. If you need it, you always can go and increase more. You can even create like global. By the way, this global, it will work, this string, it will work with this global. So whatever we set here, for example, if I go and I put it 4, look what's happening. See how the more kind of attractions going here. So just play around, see which one. 2 maybe? Let's look on a local. No, I don't like local. Local is too this crazy. And again, you have it curly, you have directional, corner attractions, you have it all these different types. For example, directional, let's make the segment banded kind of in the specific direction. Cones, it will make the segment growing and trying to align itself with a cone if you have it. And if you have 90 degrees angle, it will be going like in a plane things. Attractions, it is will take towards the point. In this case, if we have the rock, it's meaning all of this going towards the rock. Sometimes go inside, so maybe you don't want that. Swirls, it's make segment gently kind of swirl around. Curl, it's what we're doing here. It will curling and looping and like all this attraction to twist. It's on axis will start twisting kind of. Sometimes it's not bad. We can add a little bit more twisting, make a little bit interesting ways to go. Like, let me give you an example. Like you have an octopus and you have those, things you can twist it and make them going to the rock, kind of like this. Then, so this is what this basis kind of does. Well, you have also basis types, what we adjusted, directionals where we're going. So I think this is kind of straightforward. And this is only free floating, so we have an entire plant we can set, but you can see how what's happening. It's like too much. Yes, it's only too much. So we have it also part that growing, which is other parts that not growing. You can see on the top, they're kind of floating around. I personally think it should be only free floating parts, kind of very cool, because then they all kind of start attracting to these. And as well, you can see on the ground, they're kind of going towards the ground. Well, next, last step, let's do this. Let's go inside our parameters. We'll go inside this. We'll go on materials. And I'm going right now, just double tap, click on material. So we'll go preload it. And I'm going to use it one from the library. Just one click OK. It's just, I think, look kind of fun and interesting plants. We can play a little bit more with the middle parts, just to so it's a smooth kind of more blend together, a little bit easy. And for this, you can go inside, of course, the meshing. Like right here, we can play a little bit more with the subdivisions, increasing, a little bit boosting. I think this is fine here. We don't care about blades. Okay, and the blades, it's kind of make like leaves or other things. So if you want, you can play with this as well. Axe controls is fine. We already did create some axes right there. We could play a little bit more, but I think we go to that. Okay, so I think that's all. After this, all what you need to do, one more step. Be sure you're going global. And right here, let's enable this. So we want to show the base control. Okay, it's what we want to enable for us. And after this, you'll just go to File, Export, and you export as a species because it is Vue specifically thing. So we want to save as a species in this case. So after you save as a species, that is when fun begins. You can go inside the Vue. Okay, let me kill this too because I don't want those ones. Okay, and we have it our plant. Okay, let me go click none right here. And we go take our plant, we import our plant, and you can see it's sad, kind of like blah looking. This is a rock, it's what we was using before. And if we take our weed, now what we created, and we'll put on the top, you'll notice it does not necessarily do anything. Okay, let me even make the floating rocks like this. So, and we'll have it our weed, we'll put it on the top, and it's like do nothing, yes? So it does not do anything. So we need to tell the plant with what it's need to interact, because it's need look on a mesh and calculate collisions points, and based on this adjust itself. So we'll just double time click, open, and remember we did enable our grown object to see, so I'm going to select one. If you have it multiple, you can select different ones, like this plant for this, another one's for another one, so you can have multiple object, multiple plants interact with different. Kind of cool if you're going growing. And as we create meta blob, see what's happening, click OK. It is on the bottom. See right there, it's calculating. So the view actually take and calculating all the collision points, the intersections, and based on its rebuild. So right here, you can see on the top, we have those things kind of hanging in the air, and pop, they don't. They're going down now. Look, they're going into the ground. So it's actually calculated where is located our object, calculated where is located our ground, and based on this, it is creating this perfect shape. And you can see right here, it's actually floating in the air. So let's go ahead, click render to very fast preview, and there we have it, our beautiful plant hugging our rock floating. So here you go, you can create your own avatar land with the roots going perfectly over everything. And because we enable once, it is interactive now. So it's meaning if I take my meta blob here and I move it a little bit away, like out, look what's happening. See, recalculations still going on another time. And now it's readjust itself to this case. Of course, I'm working with a Vue 2024, which was kind of like pre-release. I think almost they did it. So in some case, you'll notice this screen preview did not refresh properly. It does happen sometimes, but generally, if you look on your main view cameras, it should represent correctly what you see. Like, see how the plant was going here, and if we're going readjust position here, you know, kind of like maybe on top, a little bit right there, you'll see how now plant will recalculate and readjust. And notice this is a little bit updated at this point. Okay, and there you go. You can see how the plant now going can adjust this way. Well, I hope you found this video kind of fun, entertaining, show you some different ways you actually can create and use it as well. In the next videos, we also will cover more with how work with like Unity and Unreal engines with the Plant Factory used there. Well, if you like it, thumbs up, subscribe, share this video. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you next.